All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Is everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. This next story affects clerks. It affects maintenance, couple different phases of maintenance, and it affects plant workers all together. And this one little story is going to affect mail handlers, clerks, and maintenance. It's possibly a good story, but then again, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. Let's talk. They have major mail processing equipment relocations nationwide. If this is happening at your place, leave your comment, because a lot of people work together here. Y'all just be all in the comments everywhere. And people read the comments. Some of you read the comments. Some of you ask the same question, and then the person above you was at your station anyway, and you were like, wait a minute, hey, yeah, okay. Let's check this out. On May 9th, 2023, APWU was notified that the Postal Service intends to develop teams of volunteer maintenance craft employees to perform the removals and or relocation of mail processing equipment in conjunction with their 10-year plan. Maintenance Division resident officers immediately met with Postal Service to discuss this project and relayed our concerns. While we are pleased that this work will remain in-house and not be subcontracted, other areas of concern remain. Mail processing equipment. I'm assuming those are those DB machines and possibly the dumpers, you know, the dumper machines. I don't work them, so I don't know. But, you know, the machines with the belts and they drop the mail, all that stuff, okay? So if some of these things are getting relocated, that means some people ain't gonna be working at that spot right there. And I know a lot of you guys are already getting these volunteer times to go volunteer at other places. I think if we spoke about the volunteering, and we'll get back to that at the end of this video, so we could talk about if they ask you to volunteer. We learned that the Postal Service intends to solicit volunteers from the ET, mail processing equipment mechanic, MPE, and the maintenance mechanic employees, with the goal of getting individuals to participate on the MPE machine removal relocation teams. Participation will be strictly voluntary, and selection will be based on geographical location and training. Volunteers will be expected to work 10-hour days, a 6 days a week maximum, and an overtime will be paid in accordance to the Article 8 of the National Agreement. So if you're working, obviously 6 days a week, one of those days is going to be your NS day. 10-hour days means 2 hours per day overtime. So yeah, you're gonna be making some bling. You're gonna be making some change. The volunteers will first be solicited from those facilities scheduled to have the machine removed and or relocated by the local facility. If additional volunteers are needed, solicitation will be expanded to other facilities. Solicitation means, hey, if there's not enough people here that volunteer in the building that the stuff is moving from, we're gonna have to call some other facilities. So then some of the people at this facility gonna get mad. Well, why are you guys calling those people down there in South Florida? Or you calling people down there in southern New York, and we're up here in Westchester, New York? Or you're in the north part of Ohio, and you guys are calling people from Indiana? Yeah, stop bitching, okay? Enough with that, all right? The reason that they're calling the people, A, because you don't have enough volunteers. B, you probably don't have enough people there to handle what they're trying to do. Or C, you have enough people there, but the maintenance people that are there just really don't want to volunteer to do actual work. So that's the reason that they would have to call more people. You could never please everybody. I learned that here. Okay, let's keep talking. All right, so but our maintenance craft employees who are trained on the equipment will be removed and relocated will be considered before those employees who have not been trained. However, employees not trained on the equipment will be considered if additional volunteers are needed. The removal and or relocation of machines is set to begin August 2023. It is anticipated these additional sites will be identified where the subject's machine's removal relocation teams will be utilized. However, those sites have not yet been determined. They've been determined. Don't let these people lie to you. They know exactly where it is. They just don't want to, gas anybody up and put the information out there and then people actually be prepared. That's what it is. They want to walk in one day and say, hey, you guys don't have a machine here today. Wait, what do you mean? My machine was gone? Why nobody told me? And move them things right there in the middle of the night. Y'all be like, I thought DB17 was here. Where'd it go? That's what they do. You'd be there one day and gone another. My boy M, he was showing me a spot where they starting to move stuff in or move stuff out. And he was like, I thought there was something here. It's happening everywhere. They'll rope a spot off and then you're like, what are they doing over that spot? Okay. The machine removal relocation teams will consist of at least one MTSC EAS. EAS must mean the manager, maintenance manager, NST or MTSC contractor team leader. The number of team members will be varied, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the best part about it. Okay, we done with all you guys. You guys don't move your stuff. It's going to affect people because, again, if you have a machine, obviously the machine can't do anything unless it has mail or parcels, right? Right. So if you're a processing clerk, how do you get your mail to process? A mail handler, right? A mail handler is assigned to that area to bring your stuff from the dock or wherever back and forth to you, right? Right. So if there's no machine there, there's no clerk there. If there's no machine there, the person that's bringing the stuff back and forth is not needed to bring it back and forth. You catch the drift? This is basic. It's there, and I'm sure these guys are addressing those concerns. So you may not have your spot anymore, and the mail handler may not have their spot anymore. Kind of weird, right? But yeah, so it's gonna have a little domino effect. And I noticed that my people up in such and such said that he's no longer bringing all the mail to one spot. He's bringing it to two different locations. So one that may be a PNDC may get this type of mail, one that's an LDC may get this type of mail. So they're separating the mail going to two different places. And that means that all the mail that was going to the PNDC before had X amount of employees to handle all that mail. But if you don't have all that mail going there anymore, they don't need all those employees at that one spot. That's when they start talking about, well, the LDC needs some people. We're going to have you go over there and volunteer. Or the mega center is going to start getting a lot of stuff. We need you to go over there and volunteer. Now, if you don't remember my video from before, it's imperative that if they give you the option to go and volunteer, again, it's always paid. It's not like you're doing it for free. It's usually better because you get your foot in the door first. You get to handle the equipment first. You get to learn the scope and the setup first. And if you choose to get into management, you have a better foot in the door to go that route. Overall, it's an okay thing if you have the option to do it. Me personally, I would. I work very close to my job, but if they gave me the option, hey man, drive 30 miles to such and such, hell yeah, I'd jump right on top of it just to start a new project, keep you on your toes. Here's another thing, and this is for management and you guys. So if you guys ever notice that they have issues, let's say at your station, all right, you talk about the station and you have a lift. Some people call them lifts, some people call them pallet jacks. They're electric lifts and it's broken, right? Or outside, your dock plates are not working because the truck's back up to the docks and they have to have the dock plate go inside of there and it's not working. Or if you have any building maintenance issues, right? And these building maintenance issues affect your operation because something is broken. Some people have scissor lifts at their stations and the scissor lifts go up and go down and that's the only way for the mail to get delivered there. And the scissor lift breaks and then what? Now you don't have, it becomes a big issue. So they have these tickets and they go through this system where you supposed to write it up. You give it to your manager's supposed to write in the computer and send it to somebody, and the somebody sends it to somebody else in the area, and then the area assigns somebody. It's a long, unnecessary, it's bullshit. It is. I've done it. I've seen it in action. You gotta go through 18 people just for somebody to fix your dock plate. And it is ridiculous. If you're at the plant, let's say one of the doors are broken, the doors will stay broken for months. At my plant, they don't fix them. They take months to, mail handlers be tearing them things up. I don't care what, I can't break a door. Those doors are heavy. Mail handlers be jamming stuff into them. Anyway, but if the doors are broken, it takes months. They'll stick a whole stack of pallet like that's supposed to stop something. It's weird. But they have a new method that they're doing now. Instead of going through 18 people and then the person that is supposed to get to never gets it, there's a system of checks and balances and accountability. So if you have something that is broken at your facility that is necessary for you guys to complete your jobs, they have a new system that connects the people. You don't have to go through 18. It's like 3 or 4 people that get involved, and they have accountability. If it's not fixed in a certain amount of time, it gets escalated to something else. And that way you don't have to wait. Like, I know I used to deliver to a station, and the dock plate was broken. I swear to you, it had to be for 4 months. It stayed up like this. So I couldn't put it down in my truck. Every time I put it down in my truck, it would pop back up. Put it down, pop back up. Put it down, pop back up. You know what the resolution was? Oh, take some U-bum, which is just the junk mail, and fill it up in the cages. Take some U-bum and push on the dock plate so that the dock plate can lay down and just hold it there. What? What kind of rigging shit do we got going on here? And some of you guys are gonna be like, yeah, they do that at my place. It is like, yo, we don't work for the government. What kind of Mickey Mouse operation we got going on? And I love my maintenance people, but they ain't moving no faster than a turtle walking backwards. You hear me? They ain't doing nothing. I watch these guys come out there just to fix a light bulb to go into a trailer, and they come out there with a cart. Okay, a light bulb. They come out there with a cart. Take them about 30 minutes to get from their spot to the door 18 for a light bulb. And they walking slow, and all you guys gonna verify this. It'd be about 3 of them pushing one cart. They got all this stack of tools and one little box about yay big to change a light bulb. They'll stare at it for about 10 minutes. They'll talk, they'll wave hi, they'll chew some bubble gum. Then they'll look at it and they swing it down and turn it this way. Then they'll say, Jim, I gotta go back. I gotta go grab something. What? Leave, gone for 45 minutes, come back hour later, and then take 3 of them to fix one light bulb on your that's just for, yo, it is impossible to get anything fixed. This situation here, it's supposed to hold some people accountable for what they do and what they don't do. I mean, even at some truck drivers encounter this at some of these facilities. You don't have the cushions on the outside, these bumpers we call them, so that when your truck backs up, you don't smash into the building directly, because it tears up the foundation of the building. Well, my place, we have cushions missing, just tearing and falling down and tearing up the lights and everything. They're missing, and they've been missing for 2 years. A cushion. That's all it is, a cushion. They're probably about $85, $90, and it probably takes me, I'm not even a mechanic, I can figure out how to put that thing up probably in about an hour. But they've been gone for 2 years? 2 years? What's up with the budget? These people, oh, it's not in the budget. What you mean it's not in the budget? These trucks are backing up to the building, smashing the buildings up. Okay, parts of the bricks on the building are starting to cave in. And you telling me it's not in the budget to buy $85 to pay your guy at 1 hour, maybe 2 hours worth of labor to fix something that might cost $300 worth of labor, versus having to repair the whole foundation of your door, the door frame, all the bricks. Come on, man. This place is the biggest Mickey Mouse operation I've ever seen. And hopefully this new system that they have is supposed to fix it. It's called the FMO Ticketing Pilot System pilot. APWU was also notified that the Postal Service will be conducting a pilot using new work order field maintenance operation ticketing system in place of the electronic maintenance activity reporting and scheduling for the purpose of overseeing and assigning field maintenance work. APWU is engaging in ongoing discussions and meetings regarding this ticketing system pilot program and our concerns, including some of the unintended consequences that may arise, potential violations of article. Management reported that the FMO currently uses an EMARS to track workers' work orders assigned under the FMO, and facilities utilize the electronic facility maintenance system. However, there's no communication between the two systems that tracks when the escalation of a work order is required. Rather, reconciliation of a completion and or declining for non-emergencies must manually entered in both systems. The process results in limited visibility for the Postal Service management to track the progress of maintenance requests. Let me break this down. Nobody in the post office really wants maintenance to do anything that they don't need them to do. If somebody calls maintenance to fix something, that means it needs to be fixed. You talking about what the importance is, the escalating of it? Okay, if the toilet is overflowing or flooded, don't just go mop the water up and put a bar on the door and lock it and say, no, this is not working, we'll fix it in 3 months. No, you're not that busy. Okay, you might be busy now if you volunteer to go help these people move these machines. But that's building maintenance. They have electronics. Come on, man. If I ain't never seen a bunch of lazy people, and trust, my man Mr. P is part of maintenance too. But nobody asks for maintenance unless maintenance is needed. Okay? I used to put tickets in because things were unsafe. It would take them weeks to do anything, if they even did it. Okay, I don't mean to keep babbling, but now the APWU is trying to back them up, saying, well, we have to make sure that this is done in the right order and to see that the ticketing is done, and we need to make sure that if the level of importance, it's important. Okay, it's important because, Jennifer is not going to say, hey, you know what, this desk keeps breaking. Can somebody get me a new desk? Yeah, we'll get one to you in about 4 months. You have 5 sitting right there. I can see them. We'll get one to you in about 5 months. If I can move it myself, I would. Can I push it over here? No, we'll get it to you in about 5 months. What? This system of checks and balances sucks. The way things move and the way things get fixed in this place sucks. APWU fighting just to keep it sucky sucks. All right, and this is all just an opinion, but what do I know? I'm just a truck driver and I'm done with my rant, and hopefully this information was good to somebody. If you got any opinion about it, don't beat the old man up. This is JH and we out. Woohoo! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Y'all already know who this is. This is my ace Boon Coon from up top. What you say your name was? It doesn't matter what your name is. All right. She the one that be hooking y'all t-shirts up. She do the headscarf. She do the t-shirts for the big man, the little guy actually. And this is the stuff that these are going to get sent to some people. I just told her bring them by so you can see them. What's it say? What life? Worked for the post office. Go ahead. Let's see what else you got there. You don't got to be crazy to work at the post office, but we'll train you. You see me? Straight out the post office in case you got the, thug mentality. There it is. Postal workers do it in any weather. I like that, but you know what, y'all, if you're on the clock, don't do it, and because you're supposed to be doing some work, and if you're not, you know what, that's not my business. She hook up anything you want. She'll print you some headscarves, she'll print you some shirts, she'll print you some underwear, some panties. Fellas, you can put the little eagle on the front of your thing. Some of you guys might just need a hummingbird or something, because it ain't, you know what, and that's not my business. We even got some custom-made shirts. Put one of them custom-made out. This is from Ace Boon Coon. Who that is? That's Miss K gone postal. Now, that's the most aggravating person that I know. But look, that thing reflecting. Can you see it? Oh, that thing looking, yeah, it's a little bright to be wearing at work. But yeah, and she got a couple other colors. She got the blue with the pink, and she got hook you up. All of this. Check out her stuff. custom make whatever you want. You text the information. That's who you're reaching. Some of you guys be asking her questions that ain't got nothing to do with what she does. But she does everything. Holidays, seasons, birthdays. She's a crafts person and she's not allowed to talk. So there it is. This is JH. Go check out Miss T. With T's shirts and stuff, right? Yes.
Little Things by Tina.
Didn't I say you can't talk? Yeah, Little Things, Tina, and all that stuff. All right? We out.